Okay, everybody, this day in the daily vlog challenge. I am trying to speak more clearly, pronounce, and enunciate. Is that what's the right form? Pronounce, enounce. Would you say enounce, enunciate, pronounce, and enunciate? I don't know. We'll have to look that up. Anyway, um, interesting recent discoveries. If you're in this thing, if you're in the game, if you're approaching the network marketing business model more with the view toward eventually being on stage and talking and talking to large groups, then you're going to be aware of lacks, those particular kinds of things that you're lacking in, versus if you're just approaching this to either be a customer getter, which is fine. It's fine to approach this with that as your only goal for now or indefinitely. That would be what I would consider, one of the ways you can come on board with a company. You can, and I break it down into four, I think, distinctions at this point anyway. One, of course, is the customer, a consumer of the product or service, somebody outside of the business, outside of the industry. The next level would be someone who's just a customer getter. They have to, buy in, and they get a rep number and all that stuff. They're not really interested in building a team for whatever reason. They're not wired that way, or they just don't have the time right now, but they want to start building a customer base just for the uh, long time, for the long term residual aspect, which a customer base will do that for you. You'll have to, you're not going to get to the top of the compensation plan, but you can over time, get quite a passive residual income thing coming in. Uh, but it might be a temporary thing. It might be because you just don't have the time, and you might want to be doing something later, beyond, and you're going to need those customers for that, time in your life when you make that transition. And again, it's fine. The other would be what I call the middle or medium business model. That second one, the one just before this, was the small business model. The medium business model would be somebody who's coming in not only as to get customers, but also to get customer getters. But they approach the business uh, differently than the pure customer getter, obviously, because they're also looking for people to get customers. But that mid-level business position is substantially different than the next, which is big business model. And for the medium or mid-sized business model, you're not going to spend as much time as the big business model. You're going to spend more than the customer getter model, in addition to getting customers, which you're going to do at the mid or medium business size position. You're also going to get customer getters who too are going to get customer getters, but so you're going to be involved in that additional aspect. But you're also, if you're doing it right, if you really understand the business, is you're going to have to train those individuals, okay, in things that are simple enough that folks can easily do, and do over a sustained period of time, and that's duplicatable at the same time, so that everybody's on the same sheet of music, everybody's on the same page, everybody's doing the same thing. It's all easy, it's all simple, it's all, but you're invested a bit more. You're going to buy some training aid, you're going to buy some materials, you're going to do some other things that the simple customer getter is not going to do. And then there's the big business model, and obviously you're going to spend more time and you're going to spend more money in getting supplies, materials, training aids. You're going to invest uh, in personal development, probably in addition to just reading some books that you might be able to download a Kindle thing that relatively low cost. You might buy some books, you might buy some programs, some attend some conferences and do some other things in addition to spending more time out there doing the business. The difference between uh, the two in particular, the middle or medium-sized business model and the big business model, is the earning potential. One of the downsides of this industry that I've noted, I've actually had people point this out, and I have to agree, is that most of what people are told in terms of earning potential is the big business model earning potential, but what most people are told in terms of what they need to do in order to attain that, what most people only ever witness. Now, when I say most people, I'm talking about people inside the industry as well as outside the industry, or I suppose probably better put for emphasis, for greater emphasis, is that it's the people on the outside as well as people on the inside. Within the MLM business model, all they've ever seen is the small or medium-sized business model. They are distinctly different, and those distinctions are huge, huge, huge. And there's no way of getting around that. You cannot do the small or medium, mid-sized business model activities and expect the big business model income. Um, by the same token, if you do the big business model activities, you will not get the small or medium sized business income. Okay, they are distinctly different in every way, shape, and form. Well, obviously, there's some similarities. A big business model is going to be doing uh, things that are included in the medium and small business model, but obviously, they're going to be doing things that are definitely not included in those models. So, yes, there are some similarities, but they're widely different in what each level has in addition that the lower levels do not have. And you have to know this, you have to understand that, so that you're not expecting one thing, and you're not doing the lower level and expecting the big, and becoming frustrated, or frustrating your people because you're communicating non-truth and their expectations are so high or too high for the model that they're actually running. Know the difference in the models, and then find out what your people, whether a customer or an associate or rep or whatever you call them, but especially in the latter sense, the sense of the customer or distributor or associate, find out what their goals are, and then marry their goals to the proper, or rather, marry the proper business model to their current day goals. And if they ever decide to change, if they ever want more, then you can inform them, remind them at that time of the other levels that exist for them to do in order to attain those things. So we have run so long. Typing is 45 words per minute. All-time high of error percentage, 23 minutes, or 23.2 error percentage in a time of 7 minutes 56 seconds. Oh my goodness. Anyway, we're about 10 minutes. I got to get out of here. Bye. I don't have time to sign off. Oh no, I have 15 minutes, and we just passed 10. Okay. Anyway, signing off. All the same. This is Bud welcoming you again, and to having come by and spent time with me. I look forward to the next time. Hopefully tomorrow, but if not, then hopefully sooner than later. But in either case, until then, we are signing off, and you take care, and we'll see you next time around, whenever that may be. Bye.